Should you buy the iPhone SE 2020? Welcome to the Gadget Guild, and here's my review for the new iPhone. But wait, let's roll back to 2017. Before coming to the actual review, let's have a quick specification comparison between both the iPhones. The iPhone 8, launched way back in 2017, comes with IP67 dust and water resistance. It houses a 4.7-inch IPS LCD display at 326 ppi density and a screen-to-body ratio of 65.4%. The back camera is a 12-megapixel shooter with f1.8 aperture, while the front camera is a 7-megapixel shooter with f2.2. It comes with Bluetooth 5.0, 1821 mAh of battery, and it is run by the Apple's A11 Bionic chip. On the other hand, the new iPhone SE also comes with the IP67 dust and water resistance, also houses a 4.7-inch IPS LCD display at the exact same PPI and screen-to-body ratio. The back and the front camera are truly identical and can actually be interchanged between both the phones. It has the same battery with a capacity of 1821 mAh and comes with the latest Apple's A13 Bionic chip. And here's the side-by-side comparison between both the phones. The display in both the phones are actually truly identical. The comms, which includes the VLAN, the Bluetooth, the USB, the radio, everything is truly identical on the papers. The camera is absolutely the same. But you will get the better pictures on the iPhone SE because of the latest processor. So where's the actual difference? While the iPhone 8 comes with the Apple's A11 Bionic chip, the iPhone SE comes with the latest and the best in the class Apple's A13 Bionic chip, which is actually about 16.5% faster and better performing than the previous processor. So here's my question again, that should you buy the new iPhone SE? Well, despite coming with the latest Apple's A13 Bionic chip, which is the best in the class processor, the other supportive hardware, that is the design, the display, the overall functionality and the size of the phone, dates way back to 2017. And at this particular price point at which the Apple iPhone SE is actually being rolled out, on the other side of the ecosystem, that is the Android ecosystem, there are flagships like the OnePlus 8, the Vivo IQ3, and the Samsung's budget phone with a better display and the top-notch processors like the S10 Lite and the Note 10 Lite are being rolled out. If I scroll down at Flipkart, the Apple's iPhone SE starts at a price point of 42,500 for the 64 gigs version, while the 128 gigs variant comes at a price point of 47,800. And here's where the actual problems begin. See, the iPhone SE has a dated design, display, functionality, but comes with a better processor. But does that justify this price point? See, the Apple iPhone SE is being called as the budget iPhone, the iPhone for everyone. But as per the previous examples, there are phones like OnePlus 8 which holds a much better display at a much better refresh rate with that fluid AMOLED display. The phones like the Samsung S10 Lite with the top-notch processors on the Android side. The phone like Vivo IQ3, if not talking about the 5G variant, are being shipped at a price of 10,000 less than the iPhone. You see, Apple, one of the leading smartphone company, are shipping a phone in 2020 at a price of 42,500 with a mere power brick of 5 watts. Yes, you can upgrade that to a fast charging power brick, but you gotta pay an additional sum for that. You have a single camera unit. I don't even remember the last time I saw this in a smartphone. Yes, the A13 Bionic chip is gonna improve the photo, but at this price point, an additional camera won't do any harm. A wide angle probably. This phone looks all outdated with the design, the big forehead, the massive chin. You see, Apple has all the required tool sets to manufacture a phone that will blow off people's mind, that will act as a gesture of something back to its community. But they purposely choose not to. They always try to extract the maximum out of the pocket of their loyal community. See, in no way am I trying to convey that this is a bad phone. It has the best processor in the market. But on the other side of the ecosystem, that is the Android ecosystem, there are companies pushing the limits, giving out fast charging bricks, a 90Hz display, a full screen to body ratio at a price point of as low as 20,000. But Apple chooses not to get into that competition and keep running the business without having to worry or think about any innovation, about pushing the boundaries, about reaping anything back to its community. So here's the verdict, that should you be buying the new iPhone SE? Well, if you are one of those fans who just want to stick to one side of the market, that is the iOS family, the iPhone SE gives you the best in the class processor. And if you don't have any complaints with the smaller screen or the screen to body ratio, the iPhone SE is the go-to phone, because that A13 Bionic chip is one hell of a chip. But if you're willing and open to both sides of the market, that is the iOS ecosystem and the Android ecosystem, then in my opinion, the iPhone SE is not the go-to phone. Because on the Android side of the market, there are much better options out there. There are phones that are giving you displays with a high refresh rate of 120Hz, that fluid AMOLED screen, the fast charging with a fast charging brick included in the box, the top-notch processors, the futuristic displays, the full screen to body ratio. Well, it gives you the options of watching your content in full HD. It also gives you the option of capturing your photos with multiple lenses, the wide angle, the telephoto, the macro, the color filter lenses, which in turn gives you better images. And combining them with the latest processor in these phones, the overall experience and the image quality is gonna be much better. So here's the final verdict, that if you are open to both sides of the market, the Apple iPhone SE is not the phone you should be buying. Thank you for tuning in with the Gadget Guild. Please like and subscribe and stay tuned for our next videos. Till then, bye bye.